Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to our pitch event. This is our number three. And I'm very happy to introduce four great founders today with us. Three coming from the UK, one coming from absolutely quite far away from us, which means Japan, Tokyo. Hi, Steve, Ludmila, Eva, Vivesh, and our investor guest today is Mohammed Jamal. Thank you so much, guys, to be with us. So let's start with our day, which we start introducing Mohammed Jamal. Mohammed, if you want to give an introduction, please.
Yeah, I'm an investor in tech, life science, and startups. I've been investing since 2015, and I invest from pre-seed to pre-IPO. The sizes from 100K to a couple of million.
Thank you, Mohammed. I don't want to waste any second, and let's go through our four daring founders. I want to start where probably it's already night. Sky, that's the startup, and the founder is Steve Binninger, founder and CEO of Sky, headquartered in Tokyo, Japan. The sector is beauty. We talk about a pre-C round of 500,000. Steve, this is your third time with us. I'm very happy having you for the third time. And how's it going? You're muted. Please unmute yourself. Great. Unmute.
Okay.
How's it going, Steve?
It's going well. Thank you, Max. Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me
for
again.
Thank you so much for coming. So, please, if you want to give a short intro to yourself, and after, let's go straight to Sky. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm an American based in Tokyo, and I've been working with cosmetics now for 32 years. And my work has taken me to about at least 10, probably 15 countries. And I'm the co-founder. I have a partner who's actually in London, and he speaks fluent Mandarin. So with our brand, the name is Sky Beauty. It's a direct-to-consumer brand, which means we'll principally sell online. The first problem we address is hair color. In Japan, about 50 million people are dyeing their hair, but about half of them do it at home. And the problem for them is that going to the salon takes time and money, so they end up using cheap brands from the drugstore. Our solution, which really capitalizes on the internet, is to go direct to the consumer with salon quality hair color for home use. And in this case, we're targeting the bottom half of the market, women in their 30s to 50s who are dyeing their hair at home. Our value proposition has three parts. It's the salon quality. We add in an Olaplex type damage care, which is a new molecule. And then because Asian hair is different, it's typically black, we're able to simplify the color choice for people. In terms of the market, it's split roughly half in the salon, half at home. And there are two success cases in the US, eSalon and Madison Reed. One has already been the subject of M&A, one is worth $1 billion. We have one competitor in Japan, but they're targeting the order-made or custom end. We, for Asia, are focused on the simple choice with the three colors. It's a great market. People buy frequently. The penetration among women is 75%. And if, for example, I get just 1% of the home market, that alone would be worth $60 million, which is my year 5 target. But we don't want to be just a hair dye brand, so we're also starting with shampoo and treatment that are marketed as clean and sustainable beauty. So it's plant-based, we feature organic ingredients, we have vegan certification, the products are packaged in a bioplastic made from sugarcane. So it's a very natural, organic, and eco type pitch. We're using contract manufacturers. We have two, actually, Max from Italy. 1 from China, and 3 in Japan. We are using, at the moment, Shopify and Amazon in Japan. This week, actually, we're pitching to our first retailer, and we do offer a subscription billing option. This is the retailer that we think that we're going to start with in Japan. They have about 50 stores. We did a soft launch this last fall, and we're raising money to begin actively spending on advertising and promotion. And lastly, I'd like to mention that we do have global ambitions. So we're starting Japan, China cross-border is probably next, and we're already working on India, Vietnam, Singapore, and Malaysia. In addition to myself, I mentioned Gabriel. He's the one who worked in China for 20 years, but now based in London. He still has 15 staff in China, and he's fluent in Mandarin. And then Kageyama and Narita are part of our management team for Japan. And Hiromi is one of the women in the poster. We had an event. She's also one of our team. We were nominated for a Sustainable Cosmetic Award. Our business is functioning. We've probably had about 200 orders so far. But again, once we finish this round, and we've already raised about 200 of the 500 it's paid in, we will begin regular spending and social media management. It's a US parent company. We have 15 investors so far. As I said, we've raised about 200 of the 500. And that's my introduction for today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve. I'm very happy you've been absolutely, or even below the 5 minutes, which is beautiful. I do believe, we need to stick with the time, so everyone can talk, and we can give more time to Mohammed to come and ask. How's it going, Mohammed? Please, if you want to follow up with Steve, some question, if you have.
I mean, I like the fact that the margins are high. Where do you guys stand in terms of revenue?
So we're just getting started. We, as I mentioned, we have about 200 orders, so it's about 7,000 so far. Our Shopify, I would characterize it as sleeping. People, we need to build awareness and start doing paid advertising. But with the Amazon, people do searches for like organic and vegan shampoo. We're starting to see a steady increase in sales. And then to accelerate it, that's why we're going into the retail stores as a quicker way of showing market acceptance. And I'm predicting that this year we'll do $1 million by the end of the year.
Yeah. I said, and the retail stores you're starting only with Japan, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm funded, and my goal is to get about 6 to 9 months of sales, and I think that even from 2 of our existing investors, we may then do a seed round of $2 or $3 million. So it's slow going now, but with our preparation and a management team, we can quickly. I'm going to try and do 10 million next year, believe it or not.
Okay. I would be keen to see your financial projections. Obviously, this is a marketing distribution play, but I would be keen to see, and maybe we can follow up.
Okay, I don't have that in the deck now, but if we were to do a follow-up call, I could walk you through our model and
yes,
how I would get there.
Yeah, I can share it with some of my retail guys, FMCG guys. And,
okay.
And I can see with them.
I see that you're in Paris. I worked for the Chanel group for about 4 years, so I've frequently been in England, France, and so forth around the world, and could talk with them.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Steve, let me add something to Mohammed. Between High Color and High Beauty, where do you see the revenue coming mostly?
For me, I prefer High Beauty.
Where do you see the bulk of the revenue coming from? The High Beauty or just the Color?
Well, Max, I chose them for different reasons. The hair dye we can really capitalize on the direct-to-consumer because there's kind of a gap between salons and home. And structurally, there's few competitors, few suppliers. It's quasi-drug. There's many reasons why I chose the hair dye. The shampoo and conditioner, the competition is very intense. So not only do we have to make sure that it's functional and efficacious, we are trying to align with people who want to promote their health and protect the environment while they're trying to look, smell, and feel good. So there's more competition there, but if we get it right, it's an even larger long-term opportunity.
Steve, thank you so much. Please stay with us because we are all back soon. And I'm moving to our second founder, which is Ludmila Mila, co-founder and CEO of UG, Oxford United Kingdom, Education, Technology, Human Resources, pre-seed around $500,000. How's it going, Ludmila?
Hey, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Thanks to you for coming. Please, if you want to give an introduction before to yourself, and after we can start pitching.
Sure. So, hello everyone. I'm Ludmila, and I am CEO and co-founder of UG. UG, it's my third venture. I'm originally from Brazil, living in the UK for 5 years now, and I have been growing companies for a long time. And I faced this pain of having underskilled teams, and how can we do this in scale, and how can we provide them with the learning and development that they are willing to have, and not this boring old learning tool. So this is where UG comes in. So perfect. So as you can see here, UG is a easy, fun, and affordable LNG SaaS for high growth businesses. And here's the problem. I think everyone here, as investors, have invested in business that didn't perform as well as we wanted to. And the main reason why we invested in a team, it's because of companies because of their team. But it's super interesting that one of the 3 reasons why business fail is exactly because of the teams. Once you start a company, it's very easy because you have just a founder or 2 co-founders working together. But as you scale, the complexity becomes bigger and bigger, and it's very difficult for the teams to navigate that. And today, everything that we have on workplace learning, it's about process and about how can you train teams on this very linear structure. And when you work with high growth business, this complexity is completely different, and people need different sets of skills to navigate that. So this is where UG comes in. UG, it's a B2B SaaS LNG tool designed for this type of business, and it's super easy to set up. In under the 3 minutes, companies are up and running with the platform. We have more than 300 hours of content in the platform for they to start playing on that, the employees. And also, it's very affordable, starting at £4.99 per employee per month. So there is no lockup plans, there is no minimum amount of employees, and this is made for all sizes of companies, and we are growing with them. So just a little bit about the product. So UG is for the end user, a mobile platform. So it's mobile first. Everything of the training happens in their own devices, so they are used to that. And it's a very fun and very easy to navigate, and based on behavioral science that I will talk a little bit later. But for the company, we give them the opportunity to analyze the data and have access to how their teams are performing and the biases and the risks that are making those teams not perform the way that we want them to do. This is a methodology that we developed in-house. We are a portfolio company, Oxford University Innovation Incubator, and our methodology is called Test, Learn, Play, Apply. So very quickly, how this works, the company onboard the team. Joanne here, that is the employee, that she starts the pathways that she wants to develop. The company can have access to the data, aggregated data, to understand their teams, and then Joanne can share with their manager or with their line manager or the mentor the real life tasks that he went through, so they start having processes that are much better to understand their to do a one-on-one and a feedback session. As said about behavioral economics and behavioral sciences, my expertise is in behavioral sciences and HR. We also have a team of behavioral scientists in-house, and this is what drives everything that we have in the platform, from what type of training that we have, the content of the training, the insights that we give for the companies, and also all the methodology and the UX and UIs of the platform. When we talk about competition, there is a lot of people playing in this field, but the majority of them are chasing enterprises, or they are talking about this old way of learning. And we focus on active learning, and especially on SMEs in scale-ups. And active learning is something that is being doing for children education, but not necessarily for workplace. And what we have been seeing is just, for example, VR in this space, but it's definitely not scalable and not affordable at all. A little bit about the team. So I have a co-founder, Rafael. He's also in his third venture. He built the equivalent of Headspace in Brazil, and also another digital venture. And we have a very lean but very encompassing team of sales, behavioral sciences, tech, and growth. A little bit of our traction. We have launched in October last year. In this last 6 months, we onboarded our first 12 paying customers, 12 companies, and we have been seeing remarkable results, especially on our adoption and retention rates that are beating the whole market benchmark. So we can see that after 90 days, the majority of the benchmark of the industry is around 2.5% of retention of the users, and we are over 50% on our clients. We have also been recognized with awards and PR. The most recently one, we got a G2 badge for our platform. And so this is a little bit about Woody. We are looking for 500K to close our pre-seed round and focus on our next steps to grow and roll out our go-to-market strategy. Thank you very much.
Okay. So you have 12,000 per month of revenue, right?
No, this is our ARR, where we stand now. So we launched it in October last year, and this is the ARR that we are now looking to reach the 50K ARR by June.
Okay, what will be the MRR by June?
Around 7K.
Okay. And what is the valuation at which you're raising the 500K?
3.2 post-money valuation.
Is it EIS?
We still have SCIS available because the majority of the investors that we did so far, they are from outside the UK, and we have the full EIS available. And we are raising for people that are not in the UK via convertible loan notes.
Okay. I think I have a deck, right?
Sure. I'm happy to share the
how
full
do you do
deck
your
with-
marketing? How do you guys do your marketing? Because
So we have we want to be ubiquitous to every point where scale ups are. So we are now we are doing trade shows, and we are now with a spot on Sifted trade show this year.
Okay.
We did one last year that went well. And we are partnering up with accelerators and incubators to make this in scale.
Okay.
But we also have a traditional LinkedIn sales-led approach.
How much do you charge per client, like in average?
So it's £4.99 per employee per month. So it depends on the amount of the clients. But our sweet spot will be clients around 150 people to 250.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ludmila, are you going to use your technology also for more established company one day?
Yeah,
Or
definitely. Definitely. I think it's a way to go. So now we have everything around soft skills that are somehow transferable to any sort of companies. But we also have the hard skills specialized for this kind of companies. And we have the bespoke content that is on one-off upsell that we do for clients. So this is another revenue stream that we have. So this is a way that we are maximizing our revenue and diminishing our churn. But we are definitely looking to enterprise. We have some pilots running into some interesting companies, but I think we still need to be able to be more scalable to reach for enterprises but probably on the seed round we will be.
Becky Mohammed question: are you targeting UK-based investors, or are you targeting also investors outside now?
Outside, we are very open. So the majority of our investors came from outside. So from Brazil, from the US, we have investors from Malaysia, we have investors from all over the world. And of course from the UK, or we are now, we launched the platform for the UK first, although the majority of business that we are working with, they have remote teams. So this is a big deal for them to have a platform that works for remote teams. And we are definitely going overseas very soon as we prove product market fit here.
Thank you, Ludmila. Mohammed, do you have any question? If not, we move to the next.
No, it's fine.
Okay, thank you so much, Ludmila. Thank you so much, Mohammed. Ludmila, stay with us because we are very soon all back. I'm moving on third funder, Eva Pederzini, co-founding partner and CEO of Delita, London, United Kingdom, food and beverage, high-end ready meals, seed round pound 300K. How's it going, Eva? You're muted.
I'm fine, thank you, Max. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Please, if you want to give an introduction, and after we can go straight to Delita.
So I'm Eva, I'm the CEO and co-founding partner of Delita. Delita sells, in fact, high-end ready meals. I will be there in a second. My background is, in fact, in food and beverage. I've worked for more than 20 years in the coffee world, particularly 12 years in Nespresso. This is my first, let's say, business venture, but my co-founding partner, Daniel Cagno, is in fact a serial entrepreneur, and it's also a coffee taster. I have the experience of the food, and in fact, that's the reason why we started to work on Delita. So yeah, this is Delita. So we have started Delita, starting from the assumption that, in fact, as Italian, we couldn't find in the UK and in general in the world fresh and authentic, delicious Italian cuisine ready to eat, either without spending a fortune or in the shape of a ready meal. Despite that, we know that Italian food is the most popular cuisine in the world, and Britons are not an exception. The market doesn't offer Italian gourmet food that is ready to be consumed, especially if chefs prepared healthy and at the Italian quality standards in a form of a ready meal. So we asked ourselves, what if your favorite Italian meals were coming, in fact, in a sustainable container that just needed warming up and tasted as good as a chef-made food coming out from a kitchen? And many people don't think this solution is existing, is in fact existing with Delita. Delita, what is our solution? Delita offers consumer unapologetically fresh and healthy and innovative alternative to ready meals. Delita brings perfectly prepared Italian dishes, the full Italian menu, in a simple and sustainable way. We're talking about authentic Italian gourmet meals that are prepared by Italian and are loved by Italian, and they are immediately ready to eat. We have a multi-option solution. We sell single portion in sustainable jars and multi-portion for the B2B that are in fact having a very long shelf life. Why customer and consumer should choose Delita? Because it's not the usual ready meal. It's authentic Italian, only recipes that are fully Italian, that are approved by us and are part of our IP. We use a fine dining cooking technique with scalable production behind through a third-party producer. Our products, though, are fresher for longer, so they can stay in the fridge for weeks, but we don't use any preservative. It's literally like having your chef at home or in the office. The packaging is very versatile. We tackle, as I mentioned, two kind of target audience that I will explain to you in a second. And we work with collaboration. We started our work with Chef Danilo Angè, and we want to continue to do so in the future. The ready meals market is in fact a high potential market with a lot of opportunities, 54 billion in terms of global, and we know that in fact the chilled ready meal, which is very much growing in the last years, is a very good market to start, where we can tackle in fact more than 11 million in the next 5 years, probably more, only in the UK. As I mentioned, it's a competitive market where we compete with the ready meals category, but also with the milk kit, but there is no one that is offering us what we offer. And it's constellated by many success stories, like Mindful Chef, that has been purchased by Nestle, as well as Freshly and Pasta Evangelist by Barilla. Our business model is tackling the B2C through our e-commerce and also soon in Amazon, but also the B2B, which is a full market per se done by wholesalers and retailers. We have a traction of more than 100 orders so far, 1,000 subscribers that love us, more than 16 B2B clients, and we've had many visibility in retail. This is our exit plan, our plan. In fact, we are in the big beta test now in the UK, but we are already started to expand in France and soon also overseas. Our brand is registered also in the US with a potential exit from 2031. We are asking for 300,000 that will be split between the first Elita shop, the marketing, which is very important for us, and the operation. This is the team, is a lean team, but we are supported by many investors, 10 investors so far, that are helping us to grow the business also actively. Thank you so much. This is all for the Lita, so I'm ready for the questions.
What is your revenue now per month?
I'm sorry?
What is the monthly revenue now?
It's let's say it depends a lot on the recruitment, but it's on average, let's say £1,000 per month and growing.
Okay, and what is the margin on every meal?
We have in fact about 20 meals so far. It depends on the meals, but we are between for the B2C between 50 and 60%, and for the B2B a little less, obviously, because through the retailer we need to leave the margin. So here we're talking about between 20 and 30%.
Okay. And you're raising 300K.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have contracts with the like the likes of Tesco, etc.? How do you guys?
No, this is in fact what we are tackling this year because we are focusing on taking the VRC certification that is helping us to enter on the wholesalers. But we have contact, for example, with distributors and also with a department store that is interested to our products. So the conversation is ongoing. So our objective it's not only we started with the daily shops, also big dailies in London, but our objective is to expand our business on the wholesalers top end, like for example Waitrose.
Yeah, I would like to taste it actually. I will, maybe if you can send
I
me
would be delighted. I would be delighted. It's I'm always saying tasting is believing. We have done it with all our investors, so I'm very glad to bring you wherever.
Yeah, let's do that.
We brought food in Spain, in France, so no worries.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. Eva, how do you plan to stand out from a very, very crowded competition? Good.
I think that the secret is in the tasting. So what we want to do is, first of all, open pop-up shops so that people are seeing us, and our objective is to push very much in terms of communication and PR, which have worked in the past. So we had a lot of visibility in terms of magazine and influencer, etc. And I truly believe that one reason for which we can stand out from the crowd is the outstanding quality that we deliver, which is definitely something totally different from any ready meals present in the market, and therefore we need to push, and we want to push on that one. I think this is tasting is believing, but there is no one in the market that is offering what we offer.
We lost Mohammed, but the next one must be sent to Mohammed, so at least he can test and maybe he can invest something.
Yeah, of course. I will be very happy to do that. If he contacts me with the contacts, I'm very happy to send a box or deliver it personally.
Thank you so much, Eva. Please stay with us because we are all back soon and moving to our last but absolutely not the least founder. Vishvesh Pathak, Group CEO, Strategic Rating. Vivesh, I think we met 3 or 4 years ago, and I see you've done a great job in delivering what you promised. Based in the US and, of course, internationally, sector is fintech, corporate credit ratings, pre-seed around USD 350. How's it going, Vivesh? You're muted. Unmute yourself, please.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going great, sir. Yeah, it's going great, sir.
Thank you so much for coming. If you want to give an introduction to yourself, and after we move straight to Strategic Rating Corporation. Thank you.
Is Mohammed coming back?
He will. I think he lost the connection. That's the beauty of Go Live, but we get back soon.
Okay. Sure. I'm the Group CEO and founder of Strategic Ratings Corporation. We are a corporate and a sovereign credit rating agency. We are a corporate and sovereign credit rating agency, Strategic Ratings. There are 37 credit rating agencies in the world. We will be 38th. Before 1990s, there were only 3 agencies. And after 2009 credit crisis, we are now 37 agencies. So the existing big 3 agencies have lost their credibility due to the credit crisis was caused in 2008 and 9. So why would you buy a credit rating from Strategic Ratings? There are 9 clear advantages that why would you buy a rating. The first is pricing, because we are very competitive in our pricing, because our pricing is complexity and resources based, not the debt size based like what they do other 37 in the market. So our fee is maximum 4 basis point. Why? Easy access. We are available on mobile app, website, and offline. What technology we use? We use machine learning, and we have our own proprietary tools and methodologies. Our focus is on all types of corporates and all types of sovereign. We don't do any bank ratings or insurance companies ratings or wealth companies ratings. Because when you do rating, you have to define 5 categories with regulators that which you have to inform them that which ratings you will do: corporate, sovereign, banks, insurance companies, or structured finance vehicles. So we are concentrating on 2, corporates and sovereigns. Our client treatment is better. Usually the credit rating agencies publish the unsolicited ratings before confirming with the unsolicited client. But we do fair treatment, equal treatment to both solicited and unsolicited clients. Our solid quality comes from 5-stage rating process and a strong governance and a concentrated focus. Our global presence will be in US, UK, and India. To start with, distinctive features of our rating agency are: our long-term rating is available with risk analysis and critical control point, and our short-term and credit score is available with a mobile app. The industry, worldwide industry, credit rating industry have a problem of they are overpriced, They are outdated and narrow measures.
Vishvek, I come from a credit background, so I understand the rating agency business very well. I have dealt with Moody's, Fitch, S&P, etc. So I know this business very well. I know what happens during the crisis, why the rating agencies lost credibility, etc. So don't worry, I understand this very well.
Yeah. So the major pitfalls in the credit rating industry is the quality issue and administrative issue. The quality issue comes from the outdated and narrow measures and a factory culture and mass production of the rating quality. The administrative issue comes from the pricing and a treatment of the clients, which we are going to solve by being a pioneer in the industry and a disruptor in the industry at the same time. Pioneer being having our own methodology and access points, and a disruptor in terms of how we treat clients and how competitive we are and how we raise the governance standards for the entire industry. Our ratings portfolio includes corporate and sovereign ratings, long-term and short-term ratings, long-term with special report, which no other agencies provide. No other agencies provide RSCCP report. No other agencies provide you a rating with a mobile app. We do special projects ratings. We can provide a scrutiny of an existing credit rating. We can provide private, public, and confidential ratings. Our team includes me as the founder and CEO of the company. We have a chief compliance officer who is an ex-foreign minister. We have a chief ratings officer who is ex-UBS and Moody's and is master in statistics. And we have a chief analytics officer who is a big data and analytics expert. And we have a very strong board where Dr. Broadbent is chairman of our board, who is ex-PwC, World Bank, and ex-White House. We have a Professor Yaochu, who is a globally distinguished computer science professor. Dr. Colin, who is ex-Bank of England, who was the head of the team who did develop the stress testing framework for the Bank of England after the credit crisis. Dr. Philip Walsh, who is ex-CEO and management consultants. Brian Sumner is ex-CEO of the subsidiaries of Lloyds and Rothschild banks. And a Signe and a Dominic are the FCA UK certified executive who has worked in almost every bank in the Europe. Mr. Gambi is an advisor to HSBC earlier and a director in a Standards Bank. Christina has worked in a DBRS and IBM and HP and a Thomson. Abdul Kader also is an advisor to Malaysian Security. Nikki is a chartered accountant, and David is a marketing and a sales guy. These are our projections just for the Strategic Ratings Corporation USA, that we intend to sell 7 corporate ratings in year 1, 11 in year 2, and 15 in year 3. And corporate ratings 2, 3, and 4. Sovereign ratings 2, 3, and 4 in year 1, 2, and 3. If we can hit these numbers, we can generate the 6 million net savings after reinvesting 25% profit into the company. This is our next 3 years only USA projection. This doesn't include another 3 million sales from the mobile app, and this doesn't include any other our UK subsidiary or India subsidiary, which we intend to launch later. So this is only a US projection for 3 years, which can generate 6 million. Current stage is we are ready to go live with Strategic Rating USA and a mobile app both. Our infrastructure of website, app, intranet, client module, everything is ready to utilize. We are raising 350 to 64, which is exactly the 6% of this total, for a 6% equity in a Strategic Rating USA. I will welcome any questions for you have.
Okay, I'm actually very keen to learn about this business because it's something I understand very well. I think what we should do is really to do a call separate, because I know the rating agency business very well. I mean, I used to structure asset-backed securities.
Yes.
So
sure.
What I would suggest you to do a separate call later, yeah?
Yeah, sure. I will put my phone number here. I have put my just US number in the chat. UK number in the chat.
Yeah, sorry. I said I would suggest to do a call later on this to go through the details, because it's something that's interesting. I know that this is a lucrative business. I understand it pretty well. I presume you also come from a credit background.
That's very good,
we can
sir.
talk about it.
I really
in more
appreciate
details.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mohammed, if you want to make a couple questions meanwhile we're here, please.
No, I think this is a business where I really need to have a specific discussion because it's really credit focused, etc. So it's
Yeah.
I don't want to bother you guys with the. I need to understand.
I will write down your phone number, sir. When you are in the UK, or I can do call while you are in Paris as well. I don't mind.
Yeah, send me an email. Okay.
Let me ask you, after you have a call with Mohammed, how do you stand? I mean, that's a very fair competition you have between all these guys. And many of the rating agencies had a serious problems, serious one. They are not credible. How do you stand? And how do you make sure that you are not political biased as many?
The first is your independence, that if someone calls you to that, listen, I have an IPO coming 6 billion and can you give me this rating, I will pay you higher fee, you just decline that, because that's not under and over table business going on. You have to be very independent and unbiased, because quality and reputation is everything in this business. So you stick to your pricing and a fee model, and that's it. There is nothing up, down, undercut, overcut. There is nothing like that. So your independence and your quality and your reputation is everything. If you want to survive 100 years in this business, you have to stick to that. People will offer you, but you have to decline. You don't have to be lured by the money. Money will come as far as your reputation and quality is there. This is very highly profitable business. And that's why the US Parliament invited Warren Buffett to answer that you are the investor in a Moody's, and Moody's making 55% net profit. You are investing and he is giving a rating. This is like a joint venture to print the money, right? So this is one of his top 5 most profitable investment Warren Buffett made in Moody's.
Thank you so much, viewers. Please stay, because now we are all back, including with Mohammed. And now, Eva, Ludmila, and we are waiting for the last one, which is Steve. Mohammed, if you're coming back, we have all our 4 founders now with 30 seconds elevator pitch, which means, Vivesh, as you are the last, please, you can start with this one. Why invest in your startup, your team? Can you convince Mohammed, regardless your next call?
Okay, we are an independent and innovative credit rating agency. We can say ourselves a modern fintech credit rating agency. We can deliver any corporate and sovereign credit rating. And I can give an example that why you should invest in us, because Warren Buffett's one of the most profitable investment was in Moody's rating agency. So let's have a journey like that.
Thank you so much, Vivesh. Eva.
Yes. So at Delita, we believe that, in fact, the innovation comes most of the time as a mix between things that are already existing in the market, but brought in a different category. Like my former employer, Nespresso, did by elevating, in fact, coffee from a commodity good to a premium or luxury offer. We bring the fine dining in a category that is the category of the ready meals, which is not existing in the market. We have a huge opportunity to sell in different revenue streams from the consumer that can be accelerated quickly to the B2B. So if you wish to invest in the new Nespresso of the ready meals, then you have to invest in Delita.
Thank you so much, Eva. Ludmila.
Thank you. So UGI stands for to win and to help one in winning. So this is the meaning of the word UGI. And we are on a journey to make people learn and develop themselves with little wins every day. So we really believe that if we make this more fun and affordable for everyone, for the two-thirds of the population in the UK, for example, that don't have access to the workplace training, because they work on small and medium business, we are going to empower our workforce to drive further results. So please help us to do this with active learning and by supporting our platform. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ludmila. Steve, please close today.
Okay, so I would say for Sky that we're on trend with clean and sustainable beauty. We're solving problems with salon quality hair care and direct to consumer. Our management, the 5 of us, have an average of 30 years experience. So cosmetics worldwide, China, Japan retail, Japan hair care, and then the last guy, advertising and digital marketing, starting to gain momentum. And we have global ambitions, 10 countries, starting Japan, China, India as the largest markets. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve. Mohammed, unless you have some feedbacks to give to our founders, let's see, we lost Mohammed for 1 second. Mohammed?
No, he's there. He's just video is not there. He's there.
Mohammed, you want to give some feedbacks to our founders, or otherwise we close?
I think it's all fine.
Okay, thank you so much, Mohammed. Thank you very much for coming. Vivesh, Eva, Ludmila, and Steve, thank you very much to be with us today. I really wish you all the best, and to all our audience, we are back again on Thursday, 5 p.m. UK time, and also next week we go live at 6 p.m. Singapore time for our Asia pitch event. Thank you so much to everyone, and again, see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everyone.
anyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.